That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sing my shit like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far, crazy how they...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Los Angeles Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on the collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Herbert's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 49ers' 26-yard line.
Second and 6. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Herbert throwing again. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here we go, back.
First down, here's Mitchell. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
On 2nd down, Mostert. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Herbert. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The Lance going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Like certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Niners are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
Ray McCloud on the Niners take over
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Herbert off of play action. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route.
Complete to Jalen Dykes. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 39-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Oren Burks. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready. Complete. Yellow.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the 49ers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chargers. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
Chargers 14, 49ers 6. Justin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can...
He's got a man, complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Lance. Steps away to his left. Sends it out toward the sideline. Kittle brings it in for the completion.
Here we go. 22 middle. Smash. Bro, 52.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Play action. Now it's Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
White. Black ultra.
Lance going to try to throw for this. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And this one is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, and now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On first down, it's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert now. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett from 13 yards out.
And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
17.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Watch out, man. 52.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here we go.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Striker. 3-3.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Lance throwing out wide for Samuel.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
10 cycles.
Here's Lance. And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Justin Hopkins, the kickoff for the Chargers.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And Lance now to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Touchdown!
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Chargers, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Working from the gun, Lance. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Trouble 38. Drill green.
Here's Lance to throw it. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Hey, green.
The Lance going to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively here on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd down, here's Davis Price. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Herbert now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now it's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Lance looking to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is now a gimme.
They'll try and run it in. And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Chargers, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight